Good morning. This is Frank with the Morning Quick Shot, brought to you by Trade Stockers and ninZa.co traders. It's Monday, August the 8th, about 7:25 Central Standard Time. So for the next 5 minutes, I want to give you targets to the upside, targets to the downside, some possible areas of consolidation, and we'll take a quick look at market profile for the big picture. So let's take a look at last night. Looks like we opened up at 2177.75, kind of pulled back just a little bit. Overnight low 76.50, and then we pulled right above the 24-hour VWAP through our first zone here, all the way to an overnight high of 83, and we've since pulled right back into this zone to retest this area here. So we need to be cautious. 83 was one of our major targets last week, and long-term targets from about 2 weeks ago. We're just about there. We'll see what if the market can build some strength back up and move up in that area today. As you see, we're closing right back down below here. So we're looking for this to come down and actually retest the open at 77.75 right here. And either going to want to do things. We're going to be looking for a bounce to the upside or continue to the downside. So let's look at the downside first so we're prepared for both sides. It's going to come down here. Let's say it comes down to the 77 and retest this area. It will come back up, test the top of this zone or the 24-hour VWAP, this white line, as it starts following down, and then come right back down and test the overnight low of 76.50. All right, 76.50 is going to go right through the fib support right here. It'll look at that as it goes through, or actually on the first retest of the open. So we're expected to come down the overnight, come right back up and retest, possibly just a quick retest of the 77 and down, or it could come right back up here to the bottom of the zone about 78.50. There is some consolidation in this area, that's why, and we need to look for some possible consolidation all the way to market open. And then after that, it could make this consolidation just a little bit bigger and actually include this zone as it tries to figure out what to do today. But if it moves down here and retests this, and it comes back up to this zone in this area, look for it to come all the way back down into here. If we're going to go lower, first retest of fib, prior retest of support down here at 75, and back up to retest the overnight low. Once it fails the overnight low, look for it to come all the way down into this zone 74 area, and then after this, depending on the momentum, what's going on now, be careful of this. It comes to 75 or possibly even all the way back up, test this low, maybe even up in here. There could be a lot of fight this morning to keep the balance, the initial balance up this morning, and keep us on the positive side. So, but just still be careful. Even if it retests all the way up here, it could just turn and come all the way back down and start heading down for this zone and retest it again. Followed by that, look for it to come down into this 71 area, right in this area, and come back up and retest this zone. And once it fails this zone, look for move all the way down to 66. Now that's probably the extremes of the moves today. Could come all the way down to the 69 level, coming back down to this level here on Friday at the overnight low on Friday of 2160. So watch for 2160 for a major reversal point. Somewhere in this zone, actually between the open on Friday and the low. Look, watch this area. All right. Now let's say at any point this could be a reversal right here, and that should be the major reversal point if we should, happen to get down that low. Now let's take a look to the upside. If we're right in here and it comes down to retest this open right here, possibly even retest here on the consolidation movement towards market open. But if we get down to this area, 76.50 again, or just in here by market open, look for the bounce, look for the drive all the way up to this overnight high of 83 area up in here. Then look for it to come back and retest this zone and the 24-hour VWAP right here before moving up and touching this 83. Now this 83 is a prior extension, fib extension from about 2 weeks ago. So let's keep an eye on it. If it breaks through this, and it may not, it may just come right up here and break and hold, and then come right back down and retest again, forming some consolidation in this area. So be real cautious with this today. However, if it gets up into this 83 and pushes up into the zone, look for it to come all the way back down and retest somewhere between the 83 and the overnight high. Let it retest this and drive straight back up. Once it gets above the zone, about 88 area, look for it to come back down and retest this area, the bottom of the zone again, and possibly even reverse and come back down to the open price again in this zone. So be cautious. A lot of chance for a lot of volatility today as we move on, even though we're very light on news. The only news today is the labor market conditions index at 9 and TD Ameritrade IMX at 11:30 Central Standard Time for both of them. So if it comes up into here, we look for this next move from 80 if it breaks back above and retest here at 86 area. Then look for it to drive up to this next zone. Remember, this is all new territory for us. possibly up in the 94 for a target for today. There are targets above, but it's very unlikely. But we could move up into the 97 area up in here. Um, but that's going to be a real tough and a big move up. So let's take a look at market profile before we close up this morning. If we're looking for market profile, let's look at the daily one. There we go. And you can see we were upward. We just consolidated sideways, had a little bit of a pullback right here. The failed breakdown, exactly that. Breakdown failed, and we're pushing right back up. And now we're double top, triple top, right up there at this 77. This was a prior extension, Fibonacci extension, the 127 from the last major move, and it keeps holding right here. Next moves, if we can open up and stay closed above the 78, a chance to move up in this 87 for long term, possibly 99 this week. Okay, and for the next over the next couple of days, I should say, and then pull back down in this area and retest and make sure this is going to hold at 77. Now, this important needs to hold. If it doesn't hold, look for targets to drop all the way to 67, then down to that 60 area, 61 we just talked about from last Friday's overnight lows and opens in this area. All right, so we got to be real cautious of that. Any kind of negativity in this area could cause this market to turn and start going right back down. If it does, just look at your market profile, look for long-term targets of 51, 46, and then down to 41 as we double bottom in here and see what happens at this point. Now to the upside again, if we can get to this 87 possibility by the end of the week or maybe in the next couple days, if the market wants to get real strong, push straight up to this 99 before we get some kind of pullback. It's not very likely, but it's going to happen soon. Once we get this pullback here from the office 99, given the momentum and the world economy negative news, be careful of this. Next targets could push all the way to 2231. Not likely this week, but keep that target in mind as we start to move up. This could be a very volatile day, like I said before, so be cautious. If you have any questions, contact Frank at Trade Stalkers and have a great day.